Hey guys, D.Bowie here, and today we're going to talk about improving your drafting. Before we start, we have to understand that there is a difference of drafting against a team that you know and the random stack you just found on ranked captain's mode. The advice here will be geared towards you playing with your friends but using pro players drafts. While everything I say here is true to the extent of my knowledge, you have to understand that in these games they know which heroes every player likes and what are their favorite and stronger strategies. Pick or ban strong heroes. Every patch has a set of heroes that is somewhat stronger than the rest. In the latest big patch, we had Invoker, OD, Lone Druid, Faceless Void, Beastmaster, and Ursa. In this patch, we have Terrorblade, Timbersaw, Lifestealer, and Death Prophet, among others. Learn the OP heroes of every patch, because when you're playing against people you don't know, the best bet, especially in the first ban phase, is to ban the strongest heroes of every patch or heroes that go against your strategy. We can see in this draft, Lifestealer, DP, Terrorblade, and Tiber are either banned or picked. In this other one, we have Lifestealer, DP, and Timber. And in this one, we have Terrorblade and Lifestealer. But you should know that there is a reason pro players pick these heroes almost every time, and it is good to either pick or ban them. This leads us to the second tip. Don't get addicted to the meta. Instead, try to have a solid strategy for each draft. In this game, Complexity first ban both Riki and Bounty Hunter, something that is pretty different from your usual first bans. But since they have a DK mid against an Invoker, they know that the roaming heroes can destroy his landing phase, giving kills due to the high damage output of Invoker. You can see that the meta was not forgotten, both DP and Lifestealer are banned, but Terrorblade and Timber got ignored. In this other game of Na'Vi and Alliance, the picks are completely different from what we're used to seeing on that time. We have Huskar, Naga, Nyx, Lash, and Nightstalker, heroes that are almost never picked. Try to make your picks relatively open-ended. When you're playing against unknown opponents, it is hard to predict whether a hero is going to play in a specific position, since no one knows each other. In this draft, Alliance thinks Na'Vi has an offlane Nyx, when it's actually a mid hero. Because of that, Alliance wastes a ban on a mid hero when Na'Vi was actually picking an offlane Slardar and carry Huskar. In this other game, Vici Game Reborn bans DP against Iham, when they actually had a mid Timbersaw and offlane Elder Titan. Sometimes the last pick in a support can throw your enemy off guard. In this other one, Na'Vi bans Tide against OG because they thought it was safe lane Lifestealer, a pretty common and contested pick, only to throw them off and end with a safe lane Anti-Mage, a pretty good hero against Ancient Apparition and Slark. When you try to counter a hero by picking another one, make sure it fits your team. In this draft, after the Phoenix pick, you can argue that both Earth Spirit and Batrider are somewhat counters or at least good picks against the Phoenix, because they can silence, stun, and control the Phoenix position. OG picks Lifestealer after that, which is followed by the AA pick from Na'Vi. The AA pick works pretty well with the Batrider and Earth Spirit setup. It is also good against Nake's Lifesteal, and after that they combine that with another setup from Slark. In this game, Na'Vi tries to combine hero picks that are counters against OG, but that also work well with each other, and that's the secret of a good draft. Pick heroes that your teammates are comfortable with. It doesn't matter if you just developed the best and most amazing Dota strategy, if it demands heroes that your team is not used to play, or if it demands coordination and your team is just not used playing together. If you want to try a strategy, ask your teammates first if they can play the specific heroes you need. And if they are not sure they can, you should probably stick with comfortable heroes. Try to counter or pick counters before the second ban phase. Well, if you're not used in Captain's mode, What happens is the team that has first pick can only pick one hero first. Then it goes to the other team. They can pick two heroes in a row, and then the first pick gets to get another hero before the second ban phase. And usually, when you have the first pick, you don't want to get just part of a combo as your first pick because the enemy team can adapt to it or even pick the other part of your combo. So usually first pick is just a strong hero and or just something very versatile that it's just not easily counterable. And whoever gets second pick usually gets some sort of combo or just two heroes that they want. And usually what you do as the first pick is the second hero you're going to pick is going to be a counter to the strategy you think the other team is going, or a hero that is a counter for the hero that you picked first. So let's see some examples. In this other game we have the opposite. They picked the Phoenix first, and Navi picked Earth Spirit and Bat Rider. So if OG doesn't get Lifestealer now, Navi has the chance of banning the Lifestealer, which is good against Phoenix, or picking it because they have the third pick before OG. So this second pick, when you are the first pick, is a very important pick, and it's a way of adapting against this first part of the draft. So be aware that if you have a hero that can be countered or that you want, it has a really high chance of the enemy team banning or picking it, because you're only going to pick third after the other team. In this game of Vici Gaming against eHome, eHome gets the Elder Titan as their second pick. So what happened here is they picked Lifestealer first, then Vici Gaming Reborn got Vengeful Spirit and Beastmaster. So they have a lot of auras. They have minus armor, they have more attack speed and more damage. And Elder Titan is a good hero, and it's also a hero that Vici Game Reborn would maybe have, because it also gives minus armor and minus magic resistance. So they are adapting against the enemy strategy and picking a hero that's overall strong. In this game of Complexity against Digital Chaos picked Beastmaster, and Complexity had Elder Titan and Oracle. So Digital Chaos decided to get Invoker, that is just a very good hero, and synergizes well with Beastmaster. Complexity would have the chance of either banning the Invoker in the next ban phase or picking it. So when you want these specific combinations you should get it in the first phase, because if the enemy team is smart, they are probably going to either ban it or pick it if it is an overall popular hero in the patch you're playing. And in this game of Navi versus Alliance, Navi got the first pick, they got Slardar, and Alliance picked both Rubik and Leshrac. So Leshrac has mainly magical damage, and what happened here is Oracle is an okay hero against Slardar because it can purge the Slardar's ult, it can purge the stun. It is also a hero that is good against Alliance because it can nullify magic damage. So Navi gets the Oracle. So this is kind of the tip. It's a little bit complicated to explain, but I hope you guys can understand it. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. And if you really liked this channel, please support me on Patreon. I already have a lot of people supporting me there, and I have lots of plans for that Patreon. So if you're interested in my content, please check it out. Hey guys, D.Bowie here, and today we're going to talk about Denda's Mirana. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Mirana vs Lark matchup. Slark is considered a pretty good counter against Mirana since her Only Escape mechanism doesn't work against Slark's bounce. There are some ways around it though. Slark's leash has a radius of 325 units, which means that you can leap, just not more than 325 away from the center point. We can see that Dandy abuses that 2 times here.